Hey everybody, happy Earth Day! As a woman of my word, I'm off to clean off my Dreaming with Dragonflies cove, but I wanted to go live because I wanted to show you guys. Look at how much fun's happening today. Everybody's out enjoying their boats. Not all who wander who are lost. That's me. That little boat lives on the other side of Canyon Lake and they're over here visiting today. But here's where I usually do my readings, right? This is my friend, owns this dock. Okay, whoops. Can you see me? Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure that I was not filming backwards like I did before. Okay, so I'm gonna put you down between my knees and I'm gonna let you guys enjoy a little bit of Earth Day on Canyon Lake. It's getting a little bit windy. Ooh, message, healing. I've been getting the message about snakes lately. So there's confirmation, there's 3 of them. Interesting, right? 3 coming full circle, completion, higher self, self, and spirit. That's really cool to me. So my girlfriend said, she sent me a video yesterday actually, and she said it was about snakes, and she's like, oh, you know, I got kind of a creepy feeling. She goes, but then I looked up the animal messenger and I realized, wow, that's really beautiful. And it is, because it's transformation and healing, and there's a lot of other messages to snake, and I'll post it afterwards when I post this video. But I don't know what people are saying. I can't see you as usual. The sun is in my eyes. But oh, while we're talking, maybe I'll see that bird. That's the one that I keep seeing around Canyon Lake. He's got bright orange underneath him, and he seems to be some kind of a flycatcher, because that's where he's always scooping down over the water, and it's usually at dusk when I see him. But he's beautiful, bright orange. So everyone else is out there enjoying their fun, and my friend, my landlord, is fixing up a gazebo for me to do my readings in. Super cool. And he's sweating his ass off, and he goes, where are you going? And I said, oh, I gotta go down to my cove and pick up some garbage. And he goes, it's so hot. And I'm like, yeah, well, you know, it'll be cool in there. And I thought, you know, no one's gonna see it, and no one's probably even gonna realize what I've done. But the animals that are in here, they won't be eating the garbage or surrounded by the garbage, or maybe even the turtles. You know, we see the sea turtles all the time getting tangled up in web, you know, in old plastic bags and fishing line, and I can already see. So I'm going into my cove right now and I can already see tin cans. Makes me sad. And I brought my garbage bag. So this is, look how beautiful this is on the outside, right? Isn't this gorgeous? This is Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. And this is where I normally read on the outside here. Tomcat. I know that tomcat. Okay, so I don't normally go back to, I mean, I do, but not with you guys. Here's my bulrushes. Look how tall they've gotten. Oh, every time I come here, I want to grab one that's not bursting yet. But they're already, how is that happens? Why is it that happens? It doesn't matter when I get here. It's already exploding. I want one that's just opening. How do they get from not being visible at all to already being open? Okay, let's see. I think I can read something. Much love. Oh, there's so many people. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. There's so many people. How fun. Happy Earth Day, everybody. Good evening. Somebody said. It's not evening here. Hey, I wonder if I could find... Oh, there's something I'm noticing. What is this? Oh, look. Look at the totems. Look at them. There's 2 of them. Oh, wow. Now, what is that? A grasshopper? It's a type of, look at that is. Can you see what it is? I'm up close. You're like, come on, lady. What the hell? They're everywhere. Okay, what are they? What are they? I gotta get closer. Oh, you're very cool looking. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out. Uncle Phil, take a close look at this. I'm gonna show you this later. Tell me what that is. It's okay, buddy. But they're all hanging on. They're hanging on for dear life. They're like, leave me alone, lady. Okay, so I came equipped. I've got my water shoes on so that I can protect my feet. It looks like there's an alligator in the. Can you see? I'm gonna get closer. Hold on. This is funny. The water is receded quite a bit because it's gotten a lot warmer. It's way too hot for me right now. Way too hot for me. So I'm grateful to be in this cove. But when we go in here. The other day I came in here, and this is where I saw the garbage, and it made me sad. Okay, come on. see, I've got to go back in there. Okay. That log there, right there, it looked like an alligator. See, I've got to go back up in there. There's an old thing. Ugh. So, I have my trusty, plastic bag. I'm ready to get in, down and dirty. I don't know how deep I am here. I don't want to go in and not be able to hit the bottom. Actually, it's not even, I'm not worried so much about that, except for, all right, stop being such a chicken, Sherry. All right, hold on. You guys, you get to do this with me. Where would be a good place to go in? Maybe over there. Maybe I'm not close enough yet. Gosh, I look like I'm going into the Amazon. Well, I said I don't wait for anybody to go on adventures. I just posted about that, you know? This girl doesn't wait to go on an adventure with somebody else. And this adventure looks kind of slimy, actually. So, she's going in. You're going in with me. Okay. I don't have to even tie off because, ooh, it's really gross. Okay, so this has got to go in. One. Now, see, now nobody would know what's in here. They don't know because it gets washed in, and who goes in back into these little corners, right? But in Sedona, this is what we used to do, and I thought it was really cool. It was after, and I think they did it here too. After 4th of July, I don't know if they did it here. Actually, it was the day after 4th of July. And I was here, that's what it was, and I watched that my friends in Sedona had gone around to clean up and pick up everything that had been left. Don't shoot fireworks and off all over the water, and don't send off balloons with ties, you know? Don't do stuff like that on birthdays. You know, you want to kill your animals? Do you want to end up having, you know, this stuff look like this? This is what we're going to get here. Right? Okay, so here we are. Tennis balls. Shoes. There's so much stuff in here. Okay, this is full. And you know, I don't want to know what that is, because if it's full, it's probably somebody's urine. Somebody peed into a bottle and threw it overboard. That's great. And maybe this, you know, this kind of stuff isn't, it's not going to break down, right? This kind of stuff is, look at this. It's been here a while, but rubber's not going to break down. What else do we see, people? When I'm back here, maybe I'll find something else that we need to talk about. I've already seen something pretty cool. You guys probably don't care about seeing all of this. So here I am, look, I'm in my Amazon jungle. Take a look at this. And this is what our Amazon is gonna look like. This is what my Canyon Lake looks like, because nobody gets out here and cleans all this shit up. See, here's my mad coming out. Here's my mad. Whenever I go by on the water, I'm constantly picking up beer cans and Dorito things that have blown out of people's boats. Okay, so let me talk to you guys about stuff while I'm picking up all of these beer bottles and all this crap. I saw, God, look at over there. I saw something that we need to talk about instead of garbage. Okay, so I did a post earlier about friendship. Maybe we'll talk about that. And it's talking about, and it's lessons, you know, everything's life lessons. So it's about making yourself a priority, right? Don't wait for other people to make you a priority in your life. You make yourself a priority first. You know, we all have those friends that show up once in a blue moon. You know, everybody's busy. It's not saying that, because we've got friends that, you know, we're all living really busy lives, and we can't always be with each other all the time, right? So it's not saying anything about people like that. But we're talking about people that you constantly reach out to, right? Ones that you are thinking is your friend. And they're always blowing you off with some lame excuse after another. And sadly for you, you haven't recognized that they're blowing you off. You are thinking what they're telling you is the truth. And it's not. But what they don't want to say is you're actually just not a priority for me right now. So instead of getting your feelings hurt and upset, oh, there's a fishing rod in here. Take your attention away from them and make yourself your priority. Make yourself somebody that you choose to be with. And you got to be happy with yourself and on your own, right? Before you can be happy in the company of others. God, there's so much in here. A lot of times people get, sorry, I'm totally tangled. A lot of times people get vindictive and angry. I was just talking to my landlord and he was telling me a story about somebody who had done that to him again and again. And so he set her up. He said, this is when I used to be vindictive. And he set her up and he says, hey, do you want to go to Sting and blah, blah, blah. They're going to show up and they're going to be in concert at the Dodger Stadium. You want to go? And she's like, yeah. This is somebody that he had asked again and again and again. And so he says the day came and he says, I got the tickets, I'll meet you there. And of course, you know what happened. Look at the stuff so far, my bag is full. They got to the location and, well, she did, because he was at home, he said, drinking a beer on the boat in Canyon Lake, here where he lives. And she called him and she's like, where are you at? I don't know where you're at. And he didn't answer, because how many times has he called her and asked her again and again and again, and she either didn't respond back when she was supposed to, meet up with him, or, several days later there would be some lame excuse. Oh, hey, I did this or I did that. So his response was, I'm not coming. And she's like, what? And she was furious and she starts cussing him out. And he says, how does it feel? Feels pretty shitty, doesn't it? Karma's a bitch. And he says, now, of course, that's when I was younger and I was very vindictive. So we don't want to do that, right? We don't want to wait around. We don't want to, because if you've got to get to the point where you do that, something like that with somebody, get it through your head. You're not their priority. So they shouldn't be yours. Don't waste your time on people who don't recognize the importance of you in their life. As I've always said, my little phrase that I like to coin, I can't get over this one level. Look at this one level. Wow. What is it? If they don't appreciate your presence, allow them to appreciate your absence, right? So, more so than that though, truly, it's about self-respect and recognizing, ladies, gentlemen, kids, because this goes for people in school too, right? If you're constantly making the effort and the effort doesn't come back, or you don't get a response, move on. Move on. Maybe they've got something going on in their life at that time, or maybe they're just not meant to be in your life. Because as the universe has shown us again and again, when a door closes, respect it. There's a reason for it. So whether that be they are in a place in their lives where they just can't handle it, see, now that's the difference. Because if you were a friend, you would say to them, I'm in a place right now where I can't deal with this. I'm going through whatever, or I'm super busy, or life's just gotten really frenetic, or whatever. But communicate. We have a mouth for a reason, right? Use your words. Don't blow somebody off over and over again and expect them to be there for you when you need them, because that's what usually happens, is that when this person has nobody to turn to, who do they go to? They're gonna go to the one that was always there for them, right? Because they know that person's got my back. That person's always had my back. Sadly, they never had that person's back. And right now, I'm gonna find some little dog and they're gonna be so excited because I have so many tennis balls right now. That's a message right in there. Did you catch that? Did you catch that? The one who wasn't paying attention to what you had, all of a sudden, once you start storing and recognizing what you have in yourself, you realize, I got a lot of balls in my hand. I got a lot of stuff to play with. I got a lot of goods, right? I got a lot of goods to offer. And there's gonna be some lucky dog that's gonna get them all. I love that message. Because seriously, it's all balls that I'm looking at, that they throw for the dogs. Oh, I think that's hysterical. So, you guys are helping me. I don't know how boring this is. Hey, hi Stu, how funny. That's funny. I see you even though, see it says you're viewing it even though you don't say anything. Stu's my old boss, he's badass. Oh, okay, so, Frisbee anyone? Gosh, look at all the balls. What else? Is there anything else here that I could see for a message for us? My bag's pretty full. Now, why am I going up here? This isn't affecting my lake, but And that, I think I'll leave. That's actually good because the birds can take this and use this for their nests, right? It's not biodegradable. So I know that they've said before, I'm not gonna leave this though, they've got enough here. They've said before that put out stuff like that for the birds in the winter. No, we don't have it for the winter right now, but it would be good maybe if they're planning ahead. Maybe we'll leave it till next time. God, man, I don't know who's hanging out down here, but ow, this is hot. Glad I got my water shoes. I don't know, you know, if everybody would do this in just their own little corner of the world. I'm only doing this in one little cove, you know? I mean, I can't take care of everything. I can't save the world. None of us can, but every one of us can make a difference, right? Everybody can take, I mean, if I take an hour and do this, it's exercise for me. I'm outside. I love being in nature. Look at the wishes all going by. Make a wish, everybody. Make a wish. Oh my God, there's millions of them. So there's a wish for everyone. Make a wish. Make a wish. Ooh. And believe that it's gonna come true, because it is. It is. If it's in the highest good, see, this is, when you ask for something to happen, always ask for it to be in the highest good of everyone involved. If it's about you and somebody else, and even if it's just about yourself. If this is in my highest good, I'm asking for this to happen. Put it out there to the universe, God, and then let it go. Because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to make the wish and let it go. Don't sit there and say the same wish over and over again. Maybe you can make a wish for somebody else, right? I wish that you guys are all having an amazing day. What else comes to me while I'm out here? I always ask you guys, you know, what's coming to your mind, as if I can hear you. But the thing is, I can. I pick up on stuff, you know? So when I ask you, what is it that you want me to talk about? What would be a priority? When I say that, my Father answers me. He'll show me something all of a sudden that is important, something that needs to be spoken about. And then I do. I want to take a dip in that water. But, okay, so let's think. What is it? What is it, Spirit? What is it, Dad? What do I need to know? Okay, well, we're looking at the cobwebs. I am. See how the cobwebs are catching all of these wishes? It's kind of like a dream catcher, right? I have a dream catcher above my bed. I have dream catchers hanging outside. And dream catchers are supposed to catch bad dreams, right? But I have a crystal in the center of mine with an intention on it. And it's, mostly everything is about intention anyway. It's not like, you know, a dream catcher is magical. It's your intention that's magic. And those cobwebs, okay, so this is about negative stuff. Because these cobwebs, they're old, dead webs, okay? Because a spider, which creates a web, they create a new web every single day. And then every evening, or every morning, the next morning, they'll either tear it down or they'll abandon it, because they want something fresh every single day. So it talks about us every morning when we wake up. What are we going to create today? What is it that we want to put? What do we want to manifest? I woke up this morning and I had dreams last night that showed me stuff I didn't like seeing. I needed to see it, but I didn't like what I was seeing, and it hurt me, hurt my feelings, hurt my heart. And I sat there with, you know, my stomach in a knot for quite a while. And I start every morning with positive affirmations, because whatever you start with in the morning, you know, it sets the tone for your day. And I thought, I'm not getting out of this bed feeling this way. So I started doing my work on my page, and stuff started coming to me. My Uncle Phil in Wisconsin sent me a message. He always lifts my spirits. Somebody else sent me something, and still I was left with the feeling. And it wasn't gone away. So I continued to, I guess I realized that what it was is that I needed to continue to write. I needed to continue to express what I was feeling. So I'm gonna get back to the cobwebs, believe it or not. I do this. Stu, you know that. I kind of go off. But so I was supposed to, where was I? I left my water at the dock house, and I'm dying right now. What was I saying? Okay, so the feeling hadn't gone away. The sadness and the ick feeling in my stomach hadn't left me. So I knew that it needed to be expressed. I also realized that what I was writing, I needed to write for other people because I'm very honest and very open, and I share my stories from my own private life. That's how I teach. It's just how it is. And if it's a negative about me, it's a negative about me, you know. Hey, I'm just like everybody else, you know. I woke up in a shitty mood. I woke up feeling like crap. I have prophetic dreams that show me things, and I have dreams that, it's interesting because a lot of times the dreams are in retrospect. Most of the time, clearly a prophetic dream is prophesying something that's about to happen. But I have a lot of review dreams, and right now we're in Mercury retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Jupiter retrograde. Venus, I think, just went direct. But 4 planets in retrograde anyway, which is all about review. So that's what was happening to me. Spirit was actually showing, or my higher self was showing me things in review, because as I went through them at the time, I saw things as in a certain light. But now, several years later, when I look back and they show me the same dream, they didn't show me the same dream. They showed me it from a grown perspective. And now I see the scene differently, and it's like, wow, really, that's what was happening to me, and I didn't even see it? I was so naive, I was so gullible, I was so trusting, I was so open, and I would never change that about myself. I like that I'm open. I like that my heart wants to believe the good in people. You know, I would rather that than go around being skeptical and not trusting people. I would rather give everybody the benefit of the doubt and trust them than believe that they're going to hurt me or lie to me. And it's not my karma to carry that, is it? It's theirs. So I still was sad because what I was reviewing was someone that I loved, and I recognized where I fit on a scale of a priority in their life, and it was not on the scale. It wasn't even there. I wasn't even on a lower scale. I just was not even valid. And I needed to recognize that. But it was good that I could look back and I could see that who I am now from this perspective, that I've grown. And like I said, I don't have to wait for, I'm out here by myself, right? I don't have to wait for somebody to go with me on vacation. I don't have to wait for somebody to call me back and validate me anymore. I have always, I guess, done that, right? And that's very needy. And it's very, and that's off-putting for people, you know? Nobody wants a needy person in their life. Like, who needs that? I don't. I take care of myself, and I want other people to take care of themselves. So maybe in my zest for wanting to be with this person or people, I was misunderstood. And maybe it was observed as me being needy, when that wasn't the case. Truly what it was that I loved you, and I wanted to spend time with you. I don't need you. I don't need anyone. I am perfectly capable of taking care of myself. I've raised 2 kids on my own. I've moved from Canada to California to Wisconsin to Sedona, met different people everywhere. It wasn't me that did it by myself. I recognized my father was doing it for me. I had amazing people that helped me. My boss, Stu, helped me while I was here. When I went to Wisconsin, I had friends that rolled out the carpet for me there. The Statses, Dennis especially, Mama Sherry and Papa Terry. There were people that were just, you know, they helped me. When I went to Sedona, my friend Joseph Whitewolf was there. And then my friend John was there. And then my landlord. I end up with these most amazing landlords. It doesn't matter where I go. I have the most amazing landlords. I had Angel, my friend, when I moved back from Sedona. I stayed with her and her husband Daniel. And they were a godsend. And I paid rent, but it was, I just got a phone call. A survey, that's interesting. So that, I don't know if it cut us off, but I'm just gonna keep going if we didn't. But they were there. And then when I would go back to Wisconsin, okay, so there's a dove. That's our totem messenger. Okay, take a breath. I'm talking too much. It also means pause, calm, harmony, peace, resolution, prophecy. When I went back to Wisconsin, I always stayed with Dennis. He always got me, him and his family always got a cheap flight. So somebody always helped me, right? And it was because when you follow your path, our Father lines things up. When things are supposed to work for you, the doors open up, okay? So now we're gonna go back to the cobwebs. These cobwebs are old. And if we leave these old cobwebs up, which are old thoughts, old feelings, old baggage, old history, sadness, grief, worry, whatever, they act like, look how they're catching everything. And they end up being this big tangled mess. So what do you have to do to clear the cobwebs out of your life, out of your head, out of your home? Like literally, to get the cobwebs and to make them disappear, what do you have to do? Clean, right? Clean your space, clear your energy. What do you have to do to clear your energy? Get outside, exercise, ask, like do a meditation, or just literally say, I'm asking for this to be cleared out. Some people light candles, have baths filled with salt, sea salt, incense. What I do is I open up all my windows, my doors. I energetically sweep. I literally get a broom and I sweep. I have a diffuser running with essential oil in it, Palo Santo, which is an amazing, it dispels negative energy. I have incense at the other end of the room, ceiling fans going, everything going at the same time. I dust. My house is immaculate. I'm very, very clean. But I clean it all up, and that gets rid of the old stuff, so that, because every single day we're going to have more shit that's going to come and stick to us, right? Every day something's going to happen. We're going to have a negative thought. We're going to have a sad feeling. We're going to have something happen. And if we don't ever clear it away and we just keep carrying it around with us, pretty soon that's what our head's going to be like. That's what our heart's going to feel like. And that's what we're going to feel like. All the way down, rotted and gross and disgusting and dirty. So clear it out. That message was cool. For the dove that floated above us, the dove was on the move. So the dove represents harmony, peace. I'm having you look at me because, I don't know, maybe it's better to look out there while I do this. Prophecy, peace, harmony, taking a breath, slowing down, pausing. All of these things, when I think about the dove is gentle, the dove is wisdom. So in your life, what do you have to do? Do you need to, have you been working too much? Do you need to slow down? Do you need to take a breath? If you're trying to figure something out and you're just not getting there. So at this point, Spirit's saying, you know what? Pause, just stop doing. Or maybe, as we were talking about friendships, or going, drawing or trying to draw somebody or something, or something to you and it's not happening, stop, pause, take a rest, right? Focus on something else. What would be really good, and if you're stressed out about it, God, my bag's full. If you're stressed out about it, what's really, really good to do is release it. In order to release it, what do you do? When you're nervous, focus on service. So for me, I told you, it didn't matter. I said my positive affirmations, right? I started with, I need to feel good right now, but I didn't feel good right now. I need to release these negative feelings. I'm feeling sad. I recognized that I was feeling sad, and I needed for it to stop. I needed for it to go away, and it wasn't happening. So when you're nervous, focus on service. So I got this after I finished writing the article about the friendship and focusing on yourself, being your own friend first, and recognizing yourself as a priority. I went down to the dock to clean this up. I figured I'll get out there and do it. I said I was going to do it, so get out and do it. And I met my landlord down there, and he was, we're going to go back to the other subject. He was fixing up the gazebo. He's got this really cute little gazebo in the middle of the property that nobody ever uses, and it was kind of, in a state of disrepair. And he said, I'm fixing this up for you. And I thought, here it is again. I always get a landlord that helps me out. And he goes, what would you do here? So he's scrubbing all the paint. He's sweating his ass off trying to get it done. It's like 93 degrees. I don't know what it is here where I'm at in this little glen, but it feels really good in here. He says, it'll take me about 2 weeks. He goes, and I've got a little wrought iron table and chair. He goes, and you can set it up in here and do your readings here. He's got an umbrella up inside. He goes, what would you do? Like, how would you fix it up? And I was already gonna go, oh, you guys gotta see. Oh, I'll have to do it slowly. 2 blue dragonflies just went by. That's why it's Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. A pair of them. Hold on to your dreams. Right there. So he said, what will you do? And I said, say hi. Show everybody how beautiful you are. Isn't he cute? He's got green around his head and his body is blue. Oh, I love him. Isn't he cool? So he goes, what would you do? And I said, I'll put, he had these old lights that he had that were strung up there. I guess they were all rotted wherever they were on the ground. And I said, is there electric somewhere? And he goes, yeah, I could run a cord up from the dock house, because that's where I usually do the readings if I can't come on the lake. And I said, I've got white lights with little blue, like white string lights, Christmas lights with little blue lights on them. could you string them up? And he's like, yeah, I mean, I could do it myself. And he says, what else would you do here? And I said, I don't know. I said I was going to go to Home Depot today to get lemon balm for my patio and catnip for Lily and Liger. And by the way, I don't know if you've read my article, but lemon balm and catnip repel mosquitoes. So put them on your patio if you're having an issue with that. That was one of the reasons. I like the smell of lemon balm, and Lily and Liger don't have the run of the property anymore. They're up on the patio, so they need to have something that's green and growing to eat that's good for them, and they love it. Not to mention it's kind of like a cat drug, right? It's cat pot. So I'm gonna get that. And then I started thinking about Dennis, and I said, you know, everywhere I go, somebody helps me out. Somebody makes my space so beautiful, and I'm so grateful for that. So here I woke up this morning, and now Spirit's showing me all of the reasons that I have to be happy already. You know, I said, I need to feel something to be happy about right now. Well, look around, Sherry. Look what people do for you. Look what you have. You're in this amazing place. Look at my little cove. Nobody's in here. I've cleaned it all out. There's no garbage. My bag is completely full. Some little dog is going to be totally stoked because he's going to have a whole bunch of balls to play with. And now I can be back here and do my readings, and I can be happy knowing that there's no garbage back here. And I've done my part in here. But I told him, you know, I said, I want to show you this gazebo in Wisconsin that Dennis did and I used to sit there and do my readings. Nobody ever sat in there. I always thought that was weird. You know, I always said, if I ever got married one day, I'd love to get married here in the gazebo, and that's not going to happen. So that one's out. But I've got one here now. I see two. Okay, I wonder where they went. I just saw two, and they were huge, the blue dragonflies. Normally the dragonflies are about the size that I showed you a second ago. But these guys were huge. I wonder if we can see them up close. And there's one that hangs out in here, and he's red. And the red dragonfly, there's symbolism for you. The dragonfly, okay, first of all, the dragonfly is of the air and of the water. So it talks about balancing yourself between your emotions and reality, right? Between spirit and, because your water represents emotion. And so the air would be spirit, your emotion is water. So it's a balance between the two. Navigating yourself over your emotional waters is one thing. It also talks about seeing, gosh, I can't believe all the wishes that are falling right now. Everybody make a wish. If anybody new has joined me and they haven't made a wish, there's the dragonfly. So make a wish. They're floating everywhere. So the dragonfly speaks about seeing through the veil of illusion, past the illusion. So maybe something that you're looking at isn't exactly the way you've been picturing it, which is the message that I got this morning in my dreams when I was watching. I was seeing things a certain way. But we have to be careful when we get messages how we interpret them. We can try to fit them to our circumstances. And I was guided by someone that I trusted at the time and was told, don't, it's a prophetic dream if it's unfolding right now in front of you. If it's not, it's symbolic. So pay attention to the symbolic message, which means stay in the present moment. Stay right now. What's happening in your life right at this moment? So there's something in your life at this moment that you may be only seeing through one perspective, and there's more going on than meets the eye. So the dragonfly, you call on the symbolism of the dragonfly, which is the spirit of the dragonfly, to help you see past the illusion and see the truth of the matter. It also talks about dreams. Dragonflies, that's why I call it Dreaming with Dragonfly Cove. It means to pay attention to your dreams because you're getting important messages in your dreams right now, like I did this morning. That was a lesson for me, a message. It was very important that I get it. And pay attention to what you're getting, they're saying, because it's accurate. And also, is there a dream that you've let go of? Oh my, the pair just went by me right when I said that. So there's a couple. Somebody's let go of something, a couple. Because you got to pay attention to what the totem is doing right when you're speaking. And right when I said, is there a dream that you've let go of? Then a pair of them went by together. So there's a couple that has to figure something out. Is there a dream that you let go of too soon? It's time to re-engage it. It's also time to believe in your dreams, you know, dream big, right? Spirit says, shoot for the moon, you know, don't expect less for yourself, expect more. So maybe like me, when I wrote that article about the friendship and how I was viewing myself and how I was viewing them, I was expecting less for myself at the time, and I deserved more. So always expect more for yourself, because what you intend is what comes to you. I want to get down here where maybe if I was closer to the water. What else does Dragonfly have to say? Oh, if we see, okay, there it is. I was just going to say, see the red dragonfly? He's sitting behind the blue dragonfly. Now that's a message to me. I don't know if you guys can see it. They just lifted off, but they'll come back. Okay, a red dragonfly talks about spirit, somebody transitioning into spirit. So there may be somebody from the other side, somebody who's passed on, that's telling you that they're okay and they love you and they're watching you. Don't worry about them. A lot of us are so filled with grief, we're not able to let go of the grief. But we have to recognize that they're not hurting. They're back where they came from. They're at home, right? They're with our Father. It's the ones that are left behind that are suffering, and there's no need for us to suffer. We can't do anything about that. We have to let it go. So the one that was behind was a blue one, right? That one's depressed. That one's having a difficult time letting go of the fact that they lost that one in front of them. And the one is in front, he's taking the lead, and he's saying, look, I'm okay. And what's interesting too is the dragonfly, the red one that symbolizes going into spirit or transitioning, was much larger. It's probably 4 times the size of the blue one. So he's taken the lead, and he's larger than life, right? He's larger than life. He's gone out of this physical encapsule that we have. This is just a human suit that we wear while we're down here. When we go back up into spirit, we're larger than life. And he was in the front taking the lead. So he's saying, follow me, pay attention, okay? Wow, I'm getting a lot of likes for that. So there's a lot of people that are feeling this. I know that. Here he is right here. See, here's the blue one. He came right up to me, right? And look he's following. Now, don't you find that interesting? The red one is right above, right? Because he's up there in spirit. And there's the blue one. But they're together. That's another message to you. Do you guys see that? I hope you can see that as clearly as I can. Because the message is, they're never gone from us. You know, they may go off and travel, but they'll come back. And when we call on them, they're there. My mom, she was with me for she wasn't there for the first few months. Every time I leave, he comes back. That's another message. Don't go chasing anybody. Go the other way, they'll follow you. She wasn't there for the first few weeks. I had a really hard time. My mom and I had a love-hate relationship. It was rough, you know, and I went to Wisconsin. Stu let me go on a vacation, and I went to Wisconsin, and I got my head together when I was there, and my mom started coming back and visiting me in my dreams, and she was gone again for a really long time, and I was having a hard time, and I called to her, you know, I said, I was crying one day, and I said, where are you? I need you now. I need my mom. I didn't have any family. My family's dead, you know, my son's in Canada and I'm dead to him. My daughter is off, you know, and I don't have any physical family. So a lot of times I have a lot of clients that write to me and they say, I have no one, I'm completely alone. We're never alone, as you can see. My mom showed up in my dream that night, and we were in Paris, which was interesting. And I was in a hotel room, and it was my birthday, and there was a present on the bed, and there was a note, and I opened up the note, and it said, happy birthday, love, Mom. And I thought, how did that get here? She's dead. That's not possible. How did that happen? And I looked at the writing, and it was her writing, and I thought, she's here. She's got to be here. This is her writing. There's no way she could have this in this room. So I left the hotel, and I went running through the streets of Paris, and I was running towards Notre Dame, which is where, isn't that where the Beauty and the Beast, right, or where the Hunchback goes, right? And I saw her, and I thought, I don't want to let her see me, because if she sees me, she's going to leave. So I kind of hid behind the other people, and I went up, and I got to her, and she was sitting on the bench, and she looked up at me, and she said, there's my beautiful girl. And I said, where have you been? Where have you been? And as I said, remember when that one dragonfly took off and went over there? She said, I've been traveling. I have places to go. I have had so many places that I needed to see in this world that I had never got to go. It's amazing. There are so many things, Sherry. You need to travel. You need to see things. That's why I'm doing all of the movement that I do. You know, we expand ourselves that way. And she said a couple of very important things to me at the moment that I needed to hear. And then she said, I'm going to be gone again. She goes, if you need me, though, just call me and I'll be there. So the fact that the red dragonfly, see now the red dragonfly is up there. Oh, it's beautiful. And the blue dragonfly is not here. So maybe you're not calling on them, but that doesn't mean Spirit's not here. Now, somebody asked me, do you think it's really her? Or do you think it's, you know, do you think it's really her? Does she really retain, how do I know? Do I live there? No. So my point, what I got from Spirit, my message was, it doesn't matter, because to us, Spirit shows itself to me as my mom, because that's who I know, and that's what comforted me, and that's what I was calling for, my mother. But our Father is also our mother, right? We came from our Father. He created us, and there was just Him. So He, just like us, we have the divine masculine and the divine feminine within us. All of us do. So when people die, when they cross over, they go to Spirit, they go back to Spirit, and they become a part of the consciousness, of the divine one consciousness. We're all part of God. We're all a small little particle of God, right? We are not God. I don't get along with people who believe that. You can believe that if you want. It's not my, I just don't. I'm sorry. There's somebody that created me and it wasn't me, you know. And if you're God, there's a lot of people that believe that we are God. If somebody in your life is dying, how come you can't save them if you're God? So I'm sorry, I don't get off on that. There is my Father, one creator, and he's there. So when we pass over, we go back to that, we go back home to him. And we become part of that consciousness. Now, when we call upon, so people say, oh my God, so that's it? So I never can connect with my mother? No, because your mother is part of that divine consciousness, is gone back to God. So they come to us in our dreams as certain people because we identify with them. And I'm shown certain people in my dreams because, and ones, I deal with people that cross over all the time. My son freaks my son out, but it freaked me out the first time it happened too when it came through. But it's so that you can comfort people who are missing that particular person. And you can get answers. And right when I said that, the blue dragonfly literally came right up at the back of my phone, and he's right here. So now he's back. So, and now look, he's going up to where the red dragonfly is. We're never alone. Spirit's always with us. I love these messages, and I love to be outside when the messages come like that, the animal totems. So that was the message. And if you look up red dragonfly symbolism go to Google and you can just say red dragonfly symbolism or red dragonfly totem, you'll see that. It also talks about relationships, soulmate relationships, and it talks about healing in a relationship. It talks about a coming together, a repairing of a relationship. So there's other things too. I can't remember all what that is, but anyway, that's that. So I think we're done in here. You guys are probably bored with listening to this, and we got a couple of messages. My mouth is totally parched. I want to take a dip. So, my landlord said that the water, oh, it's too cold to go in the water. Oh no, it's not. This water feels amazing, amazing. So wherever you are today, take a little bit of time. This is Earth Day. We've got a lot of really creepy things that are happening because of the presidency, about, you know, things that are no longer in effect. Our government is, and all around the world, there's a lot of damage being done to our planet. We've only got one planet, and this planet has nothing wrong with it. It's just the people that live on it. So do your part, and it shouldn't just be every day. I mean, on a particular day. It's the same as birthdays and Christmas. You know, I used to have issues with that. Why do you have to celebrate somebody just on a special day of a year? But it is Earth Day, and so on Earth Day, do your part. It's Saturday, it's a weekend. Do your part to clean up your own little corner of the world. And do your part every single day in a small way. You know, whatever you can do. So that's it. I wonder, Andrea Brown, I'm sorry that you're feeling horrible. So here's a message for you. Stop affirming that. Stop saying, I feel horrible. Because you're saying a prayer. Whatever you state or think or repeat, you're asking for. So, I feel horrible, I feel horrible, I feel horrible. What do you think you're going to get? You think you're going to get positive feelings? You're going to get horrible feelings. So, cancel, clear, delete those comments. And even if you don't, fake it until you make it. Right? That's what they say. So, I didn't feel good this morning. It didn't matter what. I knew what I needed to do, and it took a long time. And it took me to get outside of myself and think about other people other than me. So, do something for somebody else right now. There's somebody in the world who's got it worse than you. Everywhere. There's somebody in the world who's got it worse than you. There's definitely somebody in the world who's got it worse than me. And I'm not diminishing what you're going through, whatever it is, by any means. I'm just saying we have to take charge. Every morning we get up, we get a choice about what we're going to think about. We can't control what happens, what other people do, but we can control our reaction to it, or we can not react. We get to control how we view things and what we get to think about today. So when I'm feeling like crap, I'll do all the things that I told you I'll do, and I will, if it's not working, sometimes I've just laid there in bed crying, and I've just said, all is well, all is well, all is well, all is well. Or I've asked the Father, fill me with happiness, fill me with courage, fill me with hope, fill me with love, fill me with love. Love heals everything, right? So love, use that one. Fill me with love right now. I need to be filled with love right now. And it may take a few minutes, you know, but you keep saying it over and over because your body believes what you tell it. It's just the way it is. Your body believes what you tell it. If you tell your body you're fat, you think your body's going to work for you? You tell your body that you're disappointed in it. It's like a child. We have an inner child inside of us, right? And so how do you talk to your inner child? You're abusing your inner child right now by saying, I feel horrible. Really? Well, your inner child inside is in there, still this happy little child that just wants to be loved. So go look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. I dare you to do it and not have tears come to your eyes. Seriously, because clearly your inner child is feeling like neglected right now. We come into this world by ourselves. We leave this world by ourselves. We can't have anybody save us. The only person that can do anything for us, truly, in all reality, is us and our Father. And He's telling us, you get to choose your thoughts. So think something positive. And I sound like a bitch when I talk sometimes. I realize that. My voice is, I'm an Aries. You know, I've got this kind of a aggressive way of speaking. And it used to be something that was a problem all the time for me. But my Father has found a way for me to use it. He uses me to give the hard messages. And believe me, I give those messages to myself. So everything that I say to you as it's coming out of my mouth is a message to me. Everything. So if you think I'm being mean to you, I'm hitting myself just as hard. I smack myself all day long, all the time. And when I don't, Spirit does. Because it's like, you know, and don't get hung up on that. Don't start thinking, oh, you got to beat yourself up, right? I'm not good enough. That's not the thing. I get smacked as in, smarten up, you know better than that. You know, what are you going to do to make the situation better? Are you going to wallow in it, or are you going to lift yourself up and take yourself into a better place? Whatever situation you're in right now, wherever you are, you can make it better by saying, all is well, all is well. I am loved. I love myself. I will never desert me. I will always be here for me. I am proud of me. On and on and on and on. So there's that message. And I said that because somebody asked something. So stop saying it. Stop saying it. Why do people keep saying the things that you're saying? Stop saying I feel lost. Stop saying I feel sad. Stop saying all of the negative things. I am not lost. You have no idea how poignant that message was. That was a great blue heron. That was your Father answering you right then at that moment. The great blue heron is self-reliant. They stand on their own 2 feet. They are the jack of all trades. They may be the master of none, but they know a ton of different things, and they find opportunities where other people don't even see it. And they're able to take advantage of those opportunities and turn them into something good. They are very capable of being on their own. They're actually they're kind of loners. They don't need a lot of people around them. Maybe a few really good people that they trust. But they're okay on their own. Sometimes they're very eccentric. They're very eclectic. Can you tell that this totem animal is one of mine? A lot of times people think you're a little bit weird or odd. You don't maybe fit in, but you don't care, because you get off on your complexity and your uniqueness. Okay? But the message that you got right then when you said that, I always feel lost, that bird flew in, it was flying by, right? It wasn't standing, it flew in, and it came into like a cul-de-sac and then went back out. So okay, you came into this dead end spot, you're not going to stay there, you're going to go out. Go back around, get out of here, you're on the move. You're going to take that thought and you're going to take it somewhere else. You're going to fly up to your higher self. It's going to be a positive message, because the main message of blue heron is standing on your own 2 feet, self-reliance. Self-reliance. If you feel lost, you are deserting yourself. That's the message. I'm doing a video. There's these 2 workers up there going, who is she talking to? Seriously? Oh, God. Okay. That was amazing. I can't wait to roll this back. I'm not going to upload this right now. Like, I'm going to save it, and I'm going to put it on YouTube so that I can share it with my channel on YouTube. And also because I want to get a still of that great blue heron. This is where he hangs out. See, this is one of the main reasons I wanted to come here and clean. There's a night heron that hangs out here. He roosts up here at night and up on this tree. And the blue heron, he goes back in there, and that's where he nests. And now he can go back there, and there's not a bunch of garbage around. It's all clean for him now. And that was him. He didn't know I was in here. Isn't that cool? God, I feel so happy that I did that. And so happy that you guys got to see that. That's the most amazing totem to get. Right at that time? Ooh, very cool. Okay. I'm going to see if anybody else has anything. Okay, you know what, Andrea? I don't know what you need to do. Maybe you just need to ask your Father, how do I get my boy back? You know, or my girl. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. But I got to tell you, if there was any possible way that I could get my dog back, I would get him. Period. Straight up. I don't care who said what. And if you aren't capable of doing that, then you just say to your Father, I trust that you will take care of him or her, and know that she's safe or he's safe. Everything's going to be fine. I'm gonna surrender it to you. If you are not capable yourself of doing something to get your dog back, or you're not able to control the situation, you need to surrender it. You need to surrender it to your Father and say, I am going to give this to you. Because it's killing me. I can't carry this anymore. I did that with my own twin soul. I can't carry it anymore. I can't. It's killing me inside. So I've released it. I'm not holding on to that anymore. It's not for me to carry. It's not for you to carry. We are not meant to carry sadness. Let it go, because it'll make you sick. Okay? So and believe you, me, everybody comes here with a purpose. We all have a plan. We came down here to experience something. That spirit creature chose to be that dog. They have a life plan, just like you do. Everything has a purpose. Everything under the sun, whether you realize it or believe it or trust it or not, they have a purpose. And do you not think your Father's taking care of he said, what did he say in the Bible? I know every hair on your head. Not a sparrow falls out of the sky without me knowing it. He's very aware of what's going on. And believe me, your dog's going to be fine. Whatever happens to your dog is going to be fine. Whether you're able to get it back, maybe he'll show you a way. And a lot of times when we release it and we trust that he's going to help us, that's when the answers come. So maybe if you turn to your Father and say, I trust you, I trust that you're going to show me, either show me how to get her back or you're going to take care of it. I'm going to hand this over to you. I trust you. You're asking me to trust you, so I am trusting you. And when you do that and you let it go truly, that's when miracles happen. We have to surrender. We have to surrender, and we can't control everything, right? Surrender to our Father. So that's the message for me, for you, for all of us today. And check it out. Look at the wind. This happens all the time. It has not been windy, right? It's been dead still, and look at this wind. Every time I would ask in Sedona, I'd be praying, and at the end of my prayer, that was Spirit's answer. Now watch, it'll slow down. See, it's just an answer. I believe that 100%. It did. It just totally stilled. That was just a big gust of wind that said, yes, I hear you. I will take care of it. When you surrender, trust me. I like that. Okay, guys, anything else? Oh, you're an Aries too? You're welcome. Okay, you guys have a beautiful day. Happy Earth Day. Happy Saturday. I'll see you tomorrow. This is the longest message ever. I didn't realize it was going to be this long. Peace out.